Grindtime Sports in the mornings. Grind time, top of the morning. What's up, DB?
Man, what's going on, cuz? What's going on, Baldhead?
Hey, man, we made it to the day, man. We made it to the day, fortunately. That's what's going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here, man. We made it, man.
We are
Back
here.
at it. Hey, man. Late nights, early mornings, man. We here,
Late nights, early mornings, man. Another
Yeah.
Friday for the Grindtime Sports team, man. Made it through our third week. Happy Friday. Had some pretty good games last night. Just a couple in the NBA last night, but we had one that was a straight up smoke show, if you ask me, bro. Because the Atlanta Hawks, for whatever reason, man, once again, they do it to the Celtics, man. And then in literally like in superstar fashion, man, DeJounte Murray, man, I don't know. Maybe he see the best team in the NBA, DB, and he like, man, you know what? We ain't doing so good this year, but I can get my issue off on these guys right now. What you think, man?
Yeah, it's most definitely what it seemed like, man. And it seemed like them boys they going for the number one neck, you know what I'm saying? Number one spot, number one neck to go ahead and knock them out, man.
Knock them out what? They got 50-something wins. They can't.
Well, that's the mentality that they coming with, you know. And if they meet them later on down the line, hey, that could be the knockout. You know what I mean? So yeah, them boys, man, they came to play. And then, you know, last time Jaylen Brown, he pulled that stunt. You know what I mean? With not having no good sportsmanship, you kind of just gave him a little fuel to the fire. That's all. You kind of, you know, added wood to the bonfire, you know, and they remembered that, and you just gave them more ammunition to spin the block and come holler at you, you know.
Again.
Again. And guess what? And another thing, if this was a playoff or a series, best out of 7, they'd already be down 2-0.
Yeah, it would be that way, man. Atlanta done won the last 2 against the Celtics, man. DeJounte Murray last night, ball game. I don't think I've ever seen him ball like that before. 47 minutes, 44 points. He almost scored a point a minute. 44 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. I mean, monster ball game. Hunter chipped in 21, 24 from Bogdanovich. But, man, everybody, if you was watching that game, in the end of that game when it was back and forth, Celtics Hawks, you knew who the ball was going to when the Hawks was inbounding. Now, with the Celtics, it could end up in Porzingis' hands. It could end up in Tatum hands, Brown hands. It could even end up in Cornet's hands. They got so many players on that team that they could get a ball to in crunch time. It's only one player that the Hawks was trying to get the ball to. It was DeJounte Murray, and the Celtics still couldn't stop him.
That's right. They couldn't stop him, and man, he 6 seconds left on the clock, man. He showed him who was boss, man. With off the crossover on Holiday, pull up, fade away on Holiday.
It was nice.
Kobe style.
That was nice, man. Over Holiday, over their best defender, over the guy who they put on him that's supposed to shut down that type of player. Drew Holiday. That's what the Boston Celtics got rid of their Marcus Smart for. To get Drew Holiday. Smart was a good defender, but Holiday's supposed to be a better defender. And you got a guy got what? Because at that point, when Jaylen Brown thought he had the game won on that last second shot or on the shot he hit with like 6 seconds left on the clock. Come on, Drew Holiday. You a defender. Bro, there's no way you getting these 2 points. The only way you getting these 2 points, DeJounte Murray, I'm about to hack your butt, and you're gonna be on this line shooting 2 free throws. Like it's gonna be some crunch time pressure on you.
Yeah, well, I think it really wasn't too much he can really do, because them free throws, you know, I think that'd have been too easy for him too. Honestly, I think what he did, I think he just did the best he can do. You know what I mean? It was kind of like the play before that with Jaylen Brown, when he kind of did, you know, made his little room with the elbows and pulled it up over one of the Atlanta guys.
He made a tough shot too.
He made a tough shot, and you know me. If you ask me, that was like more so of a Kobe shot, because Kobe used to make them type of shots when the guy's literally like right there in his shirt, basically right there in his jersey,
pull right up over him.
Put right up over him, and that was a tough, nice shot. I gotta give it to him. You know what I mean? But you know, Atlanta brought the dog out, and and he had to show him. He said, "I'm him." In the end, I'm him.
I'm him, baby. Yeah, that's
You know
what he
what I mean?
gestured towards Jaylen Brown when he made that shot, because Jaylen Brown basically called it game after he hit that shot with 6 seconds left. He basically turned away, didn't look at them dudes, called it game. He had a few things to say, and you could see it. But then DeJounte Murray comes back down, hits that shot with what, 0.1 seconds left on the game, and let him know, no, I'm him, because the game is over.
Because the game is, at this point, the game is over. There's nothing you can do.
That's
and
right.
he turned around and he danced on him.
I didn't see that part.
He danced on him. He did like the old school Harlem Shake or something on him. He danced on him, shook him off. He did, man. And the boys just came out and they played a good game. They played a better game. Capella, he had 12 points. Hunter, he had 21, 13 rebounds. He was 5 from 9 from the 3-point line. You had Bogdanovich, he gave you 24, 5 and 7. He was 2 for 8, 9 from 19 from the field goal. It was a good game. Obviously,
it was. The Celtics had a good scoring across the board too. If I look at the Celtics scoring line, I would honestly say the person who probably played the worst for the Celtics yesterday, according to what they're supposed to be doing regularly in games, is probably Jaylen Brown with his 18, 4 and 1 in 39 minutes. Jason Tatum had 31, 20 from Porzingis, 22 from White, 13 from Holiday, which he's just out there for defense, so we don't expect Holiday to do too much scoring. But Jaylen Brown, if he have a better game, maybe 24, 25 points, they easily beat Atlanta.
I agree, but defense play a part in that also.
For sure.
And not only that, Holiday, White had 22, 5 and 7. He shot 5 from 6 from 3-point line, 8 from 11 for the field goal. Then you had Holiday. He was 3 from 6 from the 3-point line, giving us 13 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds. Porzingis had 20 and 7. They didn't shoot the ball really good last night. Jason Tatum, followed with Jason Tatum, he had 31 points. Like you said.
6 assists, 13 rebounds. Tatum ball.
Yeah, he did his thing. You know what I mean? So, if either Holiday or Brown could gave something else, then the outcome would have came out. You're right, it would have been a little differently. But this is what I mean right here when I say, man, you're not as the season go on and it get closer. And you're not going to be able to sustain all that shooting you've been doing. You're not going to be able to sustain that. Man, they shot 38% from the 3-point line last night. You know what I mean? So it was just trash. Obviously, Atlanta, they had 53 rebounds total. 10 more than Boston had. Yeah, they had 60 points in the paint. Boston had 52. They just couldn't stop them, man.
Right.
And they came out. So they was a bigger team last night, and they they did their thing. And hopefully, let's just let them boys just pray that thing got sent later on, towards the end.
Where you think Atlanta got the advantage over Boston, though? Boston got the best record in the NBA. They didn't beat pretty much everybody. But, we didn't watch them struggle over the last 2 weeks with the Atlanta Hawks, the 10th seed in the East. What is it you think about the Hawks that it is that I guess the Celtics having so much problem with? What's the deal?
Well, the hunger, the drive to prove themselves and who they is. And not only that, sometimes, like I said, a team can warm up and get that chemistry a little later in the game. You know what I mean? And can believe in each other a little more down the line, down the stretch after overtime. You understand? Dante Moore, he just got there to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all that play a part now. He just left and got there. So I think all that play a factor and just getting to know each other and just getting that cohesiveness to be able to come together and get that groove to play with each other and ball out. And I think they found that last night, the last 2 games, and they shown it against the best team on the East.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, the Hawks doing pretty good when they face up against the Celtics. I don't know. Maybe the Celtics, because they the best team, the Hawks just like, man, look, this is our game that we could show the whole NBA world that we actually are a good team, and they just bring out their best. They bring out the best of the best of them. For whatever reasons, the Celtics just bring that dog out the Hawks, like you said, man. Yeah. So that was a pretty good game. 123 for the Hawks, 122 for the Celtics. 57-16 Celtics. Hawks improved to 34-39. Hawks got a pretty decent record, man, for what I know that they've been working with all season. Let's just say that. Another game last night. The only other game we had last night was the Milwaukee Bucks facing against Zion Williamson and the Pelicans, and Zion pulled it off. They actually won the game 107-100 to the Milwaukee Bucks. Hey, man, this is not a good sign for Giannis and Dame right before the playoffs starting, DB. Man, how you think they looked last night?
Well, I think they kind of went back to their old plan. I think because of the loss they took to LA and then playing against these guys, I think that they resorted back to the old play style of Giannis having the ball and running the ball down court. Kind of like saying like he was more so on some scared and desperate times. You know what I mean? To where they gotta score. And what Giannis failed to understand is you're not gonna win games like that. You know what I mean? So I understand you got that leadership, but you feel like you gotta take over the game. But if you can't shoot that three, you know what I mean, and drop and pull that defense and get get another guy open, you know, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win ball games like that. You know what I mean? But, you know, so I think they resorted back. From what I seen, they resorted back to their old ways of playing, and Giannis had the ball, and majority of the time. And another thing, the defense wasn't as good, and they couldn't keep them boys from scoring in the paint. You know, they scored. They pretty much scored effortlessly in the paint. You know, they scored 52 points in the paint over Milwaukee. Milwaukee scored 44. You know, and you know they only shot. The Pelicans only hit 8 threes out of 32. You know what I mean? So they didn't shoot the ball much better, shooting at 25% from the 3-point line. Milwaukee shot. Yeah, I mean Milwaukee shot 35. That was 14 from 39. You know, so they didn't. So, but what they did, what the Pelicans did do, they rebound better. They had 48 rebounds over Milwaukee.
Yeah, a lot of rebounds. I see that.
They had more assists, 22 assists to Milwaukee's 21. They had 11 steals. Till Milwaukee won. Yeah, 5 blocks. And all these defensive categories, they just beating them. Yeah. 5 blocks.
That's what it looked like, defense. Because it looked like just 3 players really showed up for the Bucks. Giannis, Beasley, and Lillard had a decent game. And all single digits across the board, whereas the Pelicans had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 double-figure scores, almost 6. If you count Nance Jr., he had 9. So, that's a recipe for disaster for the Bucks. I don't think the switch to Doc Rivers is going well. I almost feel like it was pointless. The coach that they had, Adrian, the coach that they had before Doc Rivers, they was winning at a higher percentage than since Doc Rivers has been there.
Yeah, I agree with that, but you know it's closing back down to crunch time also. Like I said, and it's time for a new recipe and a new formula. And like I said, as long as Giannis keep going back to what he know and what won him a champion a ring last time, if he thinks that's going to continue to work, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? So if he's returning back to his old ways, and you know you're not playing the ball game as need to be played to get the team involved, just swinging the ball, drawing the defense, pulling the defense, kicking the ball out, shooting a 3, and just and leaving the other team wondering and trying to stop them and running like a chicken with their head cut off, you're not gonna win nothing. You're not gonna win. You're gonna lose. So and that's pretty much what went on last night. They pretty much they pretty much did what they wanted to do. They the Bucks, they won. So the last 10 games they lost. They 5 for 5. At last 10 games they lost 5 out of 10. You know what I mean?
500.
So, yeah. You know what I mean? So Hey, I don't know what's to them, man, but if they keep going like this, man,
They're gonna be out the playoffs early, if you ask me.
they're gonna be at the playoff early, and the only thing it's doing is you're gonna have other teams excited to play the Bucks,
right?
To come in and beat the Bucks. Hey, guess what? Because everybody beating them. Guess what? We can beat them too. Mm-hmm. We ain't worried about them.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So, Pelicans, they was just too strong last night. They came with the defense. They won 7 out of their last 10 games.
The Pelicans have.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's up. They on the roll going into the playoffs. Then
they are. They on the roll. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's looking good for the Pelicans, but it ain't looking good for Milwaukee, man. So, I think Giannis, they need to get back in the gym. They need to calm their nerves and take it back to what works. Something. Yeah, they're gonna have to bring it back to what works, which is letting Dame get the ball and they rotate, and they need more assists, because the more assists you get, that means that the team is scoring and everybody's working together to win the ball game. So let's
swing that ball.
Yeah,
I agree. Well, the Bucks take another loss, man, to the Pelicans. On top of that, man, like I say, they need to have a little bit better momentum going into the playoffs. With Damian Lillard, this being his first season with the Bucks and his first playoff run with them, they need momentum going into that. Or I don't know, man. It could be a familiar situation for Dame Lillard. Well, that was all of the games that we had last night. It's the Grindtime podcast. Catch us Monday through Friday in the mornings. We're a little late today, but we will be out every morning. Trust me, we ain't gonna never miss a day.
But tell them what's going on and what we got in store for them this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Grindtime Sports will be in Indianapolis today for the Lakers-Pacers game. We're going down there to get an up-close and personal look at King James, Anthony Davis, see how they looking going into the playoffs. Since we got so much vested in this program in the Lakers, it's only right we go down there to see the show.
It's only right.
Yeah, so we're going to be down there. How about them Lakers? So we're going to be down there, and at halftime, we're going to do a special Grindtime broadcast, live stream, giving a first half analysis and breakdown. And possibly towards the end of the game, we may also do an end of the game wrap up for the Pacers and the Lakers in Indianapolis today. So, Grindtime is about to get on this road and get to this game. We appreciate y'all tuning in to us Monday through Friday. And we will be back this coming Monday. This is the Grindtime podcast. Signing off on Baldhead. This DB. We out of here, y'all. Peace.